Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Go Veer Go Home. Welcome to the Sunday Brunch Kit Builds. We show up here every Sunday. We work on kits, do some weathering, maybe even work on the layout. But today, I'm going to continue on with two kits that I've been working on for a little while now. There's this kit here. This is the first kit. I've got to paint this side of the building here because I've been doing a lot of work on that side. So now it's time to do this side. But first, also these are Walther's kits. That's Merchant's Row 6, and I think this is Merchant's Row 2. You guys remember this one, right? Well, I'm going to add a bit of graffiti to this wall here because that's going to be an alleyway. So, yeah, I'm going to do some of that as well. Also, if I can find my grip tape, and the grip tape, if that's down here, I'm going to do the roof as well so that I can make it look like this one. Because that one is done. I just got to obviously fill that in, right? So there's that. Next week, next Sunday, we're starting the next group build. Basically, we had decided on a kit, and it's the Walther's Cornerstone 130-foot 2-stall brick. It's a big, long name. Brick engine house shed thing. It's a big kit. And that's what we're going with. It's available in both HO and N scale. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, there still is time. So go grab yours because we're starting that next Sunday right here in 1 week. If you do hear a lot of noise, because this mic picks up everything, there's some work being done outside, which unfortunately is right outside this window that's up here. So if you do hear what sounds like a drill or, children laughter, it's because there's work being done outside. So sorry for that. But yeah, we'll get started because I don't want to do too long of a show today because I do want to go outside and help do that work. So, but I did want to make sure that I got something done today. So you guys remember I was talking about on Thursday some graffiti sheets that I got from eBay. Will that focus? It will not focus. So it's T2 Decals LLC. And if anybody wants the link, I can get you the link from eBay. But basically, there was somebody selling graffiti decals, which this one you get these three here. Oh, that focused really well for a second there. So I really like how those look. That was really cool. And then you get another set too, which goes, it's so hard to tell sometimes. Okay, it goes this way, I'm pretty sure. And you also get these ones. And it was about $9.50 Canadian. And yeah, $9.50 Canadian. And then I think it was like $4 to ship it. You guys do want the link. Okay. See, here's the thing, because I'm on the app on my phone. So let me just double check here. Watch list. Okay, so this is the one here. So I'm going to put the seller's name because the seller themselves, they have a whole bunch of different ones, and I'm sure you'll be able to see it because the ad for it looks exactly like the graffiti pictures. See, and you can see it's $6.99 US there, right? And you get 2 sets, and I favorited it. So I'm in the it's Thorn, or is it Thom? It's Thorn. So let me see here. Okay, so when you're on eBay, you can search by seller. And then in brackets, 12, 7, 9, 8. Okay, so there you go. So if you look by seller, Thorn 1414, and I don't know what the dash or the bracket 12798 is, but that's the seller name. And it should take you to their shop. They're in Wisconsin. And 99% positive. So fast shipping. He's really good about it. And he has lots to choose from. So I'm gonna apply one of those to the building here today. Unfortunately, I can't take the link from, because it's an app, right? So if I had known sooner, then I would have pulled it up on here. But maybe I can. Let me see if I can do that. Google, eBay. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't work. Let me try this. I will see if I can find it, because I should be able to find it. Because this is exactly how I found it in the first place, just by Googling. Or not Googling, but going onto the app and, here we go. There's a seller. Okay, so I've got the actual link for you. There we go. Copy. Paste. And it's a big link, obviously, because there's lots. So, and it works out to be 3 comments. I don't know how that's a thing. But yeah, basically. Oh, okay. Well, that takes you to that. So if we go to that, that's how you know there's so much stuff on eBay. This should be, okay. This is even better. I found an even better copy. Yeah, this is Chris trying to figure out the internet. Okay, there you go. Much better. It's a much shorter link. If you go to the other one, it might take you to the Matrix. I don't know. That's one link that's apparently 3 comments long. So, yeah, the answer is 47 or 42. But yeah, so you can always go check out that seller. They've got lots of decals, great price. Which one do I use? I think I'm going to go with this one here because it almost has like a brick background, so it'll kind of blend in with everything else. So we're just going to tilt. There we go. So I'm just going to move this one for now over to the side. So I've got my sharp hobby knife that apparently is stuck. Oh, there we go. Morning, everybody. Morning. We're off to a great start already. So it's a little bit longer, but it has to go through this stuff. But you know, if I tuck it around the back, that's not a big deal. So, yeah, because no one will see the back of the building anyways. So they say basically you want to stick it in warm water and then it'll curl, obviously, because it's like paper. And then from there, you uncurl it, you give it about a minute, and then you take it out, and then you can apply it right onto whatever it is that you're adding the decal to. So I'm really excited for next week because next week we're doing the group build, and we had lots of fun when we did the first one. If you are part of that group, if you're going to be joining us next Sunday, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you already got your kit. Let me know if you still need to find your kit and all that stuff, because I'm interested to see who's going to be joining us. Do I have a soft brush? Yeah, this one's pretty soft. So I'm just going to put a bit of water on here. That way it'll be easy to move this around if I have to. So keeping in mind the kit build next week, it's open to HO and N scale because it is available in both scales. So make sure you let me know. Oh, and the kit. Well, that's weird. Never seen that before. It came right off. Okay, well, first time for everything, I guess. Usually if it's a flat wall, it's a lot easier to manage, but this has little brick pieces that stick out. And you know what? That's like the perfect length. And the piece of paper is still in there. I thought it was going to mess up, but it worked out well. Okay. Sponge just to kind of soak up some of this extra water. So I'm going to have to do a bit of weathering and stuff on top of this just to make sure that it blends a little bit better. And what I want to do is I'm going to take some micro... Was it micro salt? Yeah. And I'm just going to put a bit on there so that it thins it out. Now, because this is down like a very narrow alleyway, there might be dumpsters in front of it or something. So you might not even see a lot of this, but it's going to be that little detail where when you look down the alley, you're going to see something up against the wall there. You might not be able to read it or anything like that, but you'll know it's there. And it'll just add to the overall detail of it. Hey, Al. Hey, Dwight. Hey, Curly. Mike H.O. Trains. I was busy getting envelopes ready last night for stickers this week, because those stickers should be in, and I'll let you guys know when they do come in. And then I'll be shipping them out probably by the end of the week, most likely. Now, I don't like doing just one graffiti. I'm going to put another one, maybe a couple here over or in and around. These are micro scale. Was it micro scale? Where'd you go? Micro scale, yeah. So I do use a little bit of everything. I don't always use the same brand because you get different looks, you know. Just 3D print some spring. Oh, if it was that easy. Okay, so for this here, I think I want to put that like that. So I'm just going to put this in the water. And then there's a whole bunch of little signatures as well. I'm going to take the signatures and I'm going to add those. Telling you, I'm seeing a lot less snow outside. I don't think there's any snow left. My entire backyard is grass again. Same thing with my front yard, which is great. So. Okay, so you can kind of see I added that there. So it's like graffiti on graffiti. And we're going to see about some of these little autographs here. I'm sure there's an actual name for it. But I'm going to call them autographs because they look like little autographs. Some are in white, some are in black, some are blue, green. Let's do this white one here. Oops. Yeah, it's all the way, like it's right along the bottom. It lifts up a tiny little bit, like I can't even measure that. That's how small it is. But for the most part, I did put it down. But again, most of that will be covered. Well, I thought originally it was kind of a small spray anyways, like height-wise. But it also goes on a base as well, which will lift it up a little bit higher, the concrete bottom. So it's technically not right at the bottom at that point. So I didn't want it like floating halfway up because I wanted it low enough that people would be able to, you know. Hey Calvin, how's it going? And Darren, how's it going? We're just doing some graffiti decals right now, and then I'm going to do some painting once I'm done doing a couple more of these. I'm going to have to do an interior as well with this kit, but I'm not doing that yet because I've still got a lot of work to do in the area. So I'm going to do all that at once. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. Just going to put that there. And I'm going to remove my graffiti stuff so I can paint. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Anybody going out to the Woodstock show today? There's a show in Woodstock, a train show. Yeah, the building's foundation is actually on the layout right now, so I do it separate from the actual. Same thing with this one here, right? There's no foundation to this is on the layout. I always do them separate for this very reason, right? I can set up the entire base on the layout where all the buildings are going to go, all the footprints. And I paint it separately and all that stuff. And then it allows me to remove this, do all the, the lighting and interior, the painting, and then basically I can put it or place it onto the layout when it's good to go. That's just how I do it. There's obviously many ways you can do this thing, but that's just how I do it. So I wanted to do a brown brick on this one, and I had a couple of these laying around. It's apple barrel, and the color is melted chocolate acrylic. Now, if the melted chocolate doesn't get you, now if that doesn't confuse you for chocolate pudding, I don't know what would. That does look like chocolate pudding. Still want to lighten it up though. Now there's also a window here, and I'm probably going to fill that in as well, because the window was filled in with brick. So I'm going to just use this color, but of course when I go to weather it or whatever, I will weather it a little bit differently. Maybe there was bricks that were left out back from this building here, and they're like, okay, well, let's just use those bricks and we'll brick up this window. So that can be our excuse. Everything has a story, right? Melted chocolate church pew. Yeah, my cat's being social. We'll call it that. We'll call it social. She's being social right now. Now I want some chocolate pudding. You're never lonely if you got chocolate pudding. Okay, so, I'll probably have to redo that windowsill again anyways, so that's fine and all that, but I'm going to just fill in this window here first. Don't forget, Thursday is GVO After Dark. Thursday night. You're going to try and make it? You're going to try and make the show? We're going to try and make it to my house for the show. Fly, Mark, fly. Okay, so I'm already liking this color a lot here, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do this part. I like it more with the black undertone opposed to, well, I painted this whole thing, so I just painted the window as well in this color. So this will appear lighter. It's got a much lighter color under it, which is fine. It's not a huge deal. It's got to look like somewhat different anyways. This one that I'm working on is their newest Merchants Row. I believe it's Merchants Row 6. Where the other one I was working on, this one here, is Merchants Row 2. Merchants Row 2, Merchants Row 6. Big difference between them. These are smaller shops with an upstairs, whatchamacallit? Living space, I guess you can say, or offices, whatever you want it to be. It really gives you that much freedom. Where this is like a smaller shop, like a store, like you can do, I don't know, what would be a decent size store for that? A small Subway, possibly. Maybe a bank. You could do it. Well, no, not a bank. A bank would be maybe like a small retail space. That's really what it is. But yeah, you could probably fit like a Subway in there, or yeah. I'm drawing a blank. Small stores. Everyone's excited for these new shops that are coming out, which one looks like a Dollarama, even though nothing in there is just $1. So they really got to look into changing the name of that store. Curly's Kitchen, absolutely. Small tattoo shop, absolutely. Looney Store might be a stretch. Lululemon, maybe. Lululemon, that might be a stretch because they sell stretchy pants, right? I made a bad joke. Sorry, guys. Everything and still complains. And I was worried about all that noise outside being more noisy. Turns out the cat's more than whatever's going on outside. Lily's Kitchen Table. A variety store. Pop. No. That's the thing with the dollar store, right? Like, but they shouldn't call it a dollar store anymore. Like, yeah, you could probably go get like a pack of gum for like 98 cents or something, but like, then they should call it the 98-cent gum store and just sell gum for 98 cents. That's right. And it's my call, not your call. Jeez, moody. No more bad jokes? Okay, fine. No more bad jokes. Has nobody looked at you or talked to you in like 5 minutes and now you're all needy and stuff? She's right under the table now. She's like, she just wants love. The multiple dollar store. There you go. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, I'm really liking the color of the it's well, even the paint itself, it's spreading real nice. No issues. But of course, it's going to look like garbage until I do all the little details and a store front thing here, which I was thinking got purple, right? Oh, sorry, lavender. Yeah. I had some leftover lavender from a Mother's Day thing that my kids made my wife like a year back or so. I don't know, when was Mother's Day? Just kidding. I know when Mother's Day was. Yeah, you could do what's the local pet store's name? Let's see. There used to be Super Pet, but that was more department store. PetSmart. PetSmart, possibly. Because they just, they'll have like a little grooming thing in the back, and then they've got like, rows of like cat food, dog food, and whatnot. So yeah, you could probably do like a small pet store. So many options. Of course, if you're geographically doing a certain location, you'll want to look, even Google Maps. You can go on Google Maps, Street View, go down the street of a, small downtown area. You'll probably see more brown brick buildings and red brick than the yellow brick, but I just want to change it up a little bit and give the area a little bit more variety. Merchants Row 7. I have not seen Merchants Row 7. That might be new. My cutoff was 6. You could also do a Lego store. That would be a really cool idea, because you could incorporate actual Lego pieces as plastic furniture or something, just to kind of make it look, like the real thing. When I was in Disney or Orlando, where did I go? Orlando, Florida, I think. Wherever Disney is. Anyways, so there's a mall. What is it called? Shoot, I see. This is why I write everything down, because I have the worst memory. There's a shopping mall that I guess it's part of the whole Disney thing, and it's an outdoor shopping place, and they have a whole bunch of different stores, and one of those stores is an M&M store. So you can go in there, you can have M&Ms made. So instead of it having like an M on it, you can put let's say a K for Chris or whatever, or something else, whatever. And then you can buy all the t-shirts, green, red, whatever, and you can make your own mix bags, or you can buy pre-mixed, or you can buy all one color, So if you're like Mark and you just want the green ones, then you just go in and say, hey, I want a 10-pound bag of just green M&Ms. You can do that. Now, would any of these be big enough to be able to support something like that? I don't know. But that would be cool, though. Mark like green M&Ms. The Harley dealer would be a cool idea, especially for a shop like this one here, because it's an end. Well, you could do either side, but where this one is located, I have a giant parking lot beside, or what would potentially be a parking lot. So you can literally line up your inventory right along here and put like a HO scale chain going through all the tires so that nobody steals them, right? And then that way you can have it as a Harley dealership, and then put all your bikes in on the side there. Very cool. The things you can come up with. I have an idea for this already, so I don't want to give that away. I think I'm going to pull a Brandon on all of you and keep secrets. Same thing with Steve with his secrets. He's got secrets too. Small pet store. Mice, rats, birds, chihuahuas. I mean, aren't the chihuahuas also rats as well? I don't know. All small pets. We actually have a brand of fish store up here in Canada. It's called Big Al's Aquarium. And there's a few of them. There's one in Brampton. There's one here in Ottawa. And it's like, I think it's a picture of a dolphin with a sea captain hat on. So it's somewhat of a chain. It's not a huge chain, but it's still, there's multiple. And it's not a big store, but it caters to, freshwater and saltwater fish. And, I don't know too much about aquarium stuff. I'm sure there's someone who does, but all the fish stuff, all your fish supplies, tanks. They even have, they sell live fish, but that's mostly in the back. So that's another idea, like just an aquarium place where you can go get fish. One here in Barrie where I bought my turtles. There you go. See, they're everywhere. There's not a lot of them because I don't think anybody's asking for that, but because in most cases you can go to any pet store and still buy fish stuff. But for the hardcores who have those crazy tanks and their crazy fish, you can go to Big Al's and get some crazier fish. I was actually at one before, and they had a tank of piranhas. And the person that worked there was like, "Yo, do you want to see a feeding?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." Do I look like someone who doesn't want to see a feeding? So they threw a fish in, and I got to see I was about like, obviously the glass is like this far away, right? And I got to go up close and see how piranhas actually literally, like, you can't even see the prey. It disappears. It's gone. So that was interesting. Not everybody's cup of tea, I'm sure, but to say that you've seen that is neat. You only hear stories or see it in movies where it's like CGI or something. Hey Perry, how's it going? Thanks for joining. See, I like that color brown. It's nice. It'll brighten up a bit more once I, put all the trimmings on there and stuff. But yeah, I really like the brown. It turned out good. All right, next side. And for those of you who are watching, if you do want stickers, if you want me to send you stickers, I'm prepping this week for when they show up this week, just so I can get the first batch out the door. So make sure you you let me know. If you do want me an email letting me know, and I've gone through all my emails already. I've got about 10 that are done. But if you still want stickers, send me an email. There you go. Let me know that you want stickers. Put the caption as stickers, or I want stickers. I love stickers, stuff like that, just so I know. And I will set you up to have some stickers sent out to you once they come in, because everybody likes stickers. And also for the first, 40 some odd people who I send stickers to, or they're going to get 2 stickers, because I've got, I don't want to call it a limited edition sticker or anything like that, but you'll get my logo sticker, plus you'll also get my GVO After Dark sticker. So, but there's a limited number of the GVO After Dark ones. So make sure you send me an email, and I will get those out to you guys later on this week. Also, if you don't already subscribe and you want to be notified when I do a video, go live, or anything like that, I do a lot of reviews and unboxings, mail calls. I'll talk about upcoming announcements or anything like that. Somewhat of an inside scoop. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell button. That way you'll be notified as soon as something gets posted. Also, what's neat is that apparently, and James told me about this. If you're on a computer, it doesn't. I don't think it works if you're on a phone, which is probably why I never noticed because I always watch from my phone. But apparently, if you're on your your homepage or landing page, uh, the people that you subscribe to, there's a list going down the side, and if there's a little blue dot beside their name, that means they recently did an upload. So that's a really neat feature because that'll also tell you, hey, you missed something here. You should go watch this. So that's neat. But yeah, like I said, I think that's only on computer because I've never seen that on my phone, and that's why I probably never noticed it. Too many mark. I have last count. People also spell my name with a Y in it. Brian, I feel that pain. You know, I'll show up in a chat and someone will, you know, because it's written in stone. You know, you show up into a live or a chat and you say, hey everybody, anybody who knows you or wants to know you will say hi so and so or hi, and then they you know, add your name so that they know that they're talking about you. And the odd time someone will say, hey Chris, but it's CHRIS. I'm like, are they talking about me or or is there somebody else here? Because I know that there's other Chris's. I'm very, very aware that I am not the only Chris on the face of this earth. However, I know a lot of people, and it's been one of those things in my entire life where they'll spell it CHRIS when it's KRIS. So it happens. It still happens to this day, and I think it'll happen forever. Like when I spell Tim's name and I add a silent Q. I know it sounds like it's pronounced Tim Q-Thee, but it's actually Timothy. The Q is silent. Right, Tim? Why ran? I think that should be your next graffiti project. Brian with a Y. Well, you know, out of respect, I make sure to always include the Q because I suffer from that same affliction, you know? Eventually people are going to start spelling my name KHRIS, and you know, I'll it's a losing battle, and I'll just, you know, submit at that point, you know? So that's fine, KHRIS, because that makes more sense, right? But either way. Marcus, you don't even look like a Marcus. Like, I get the whole Mark thing, but Marcus, again, everybody misspells Mark's name. It's Marquel, obviously, but he just goes by Mark. At least that Q is not silent. It's very in your face. It's only silent when he goes by Mark. Oh, see, now that's an easy one. Like mixing up Ryan and Brian. I once did dated a girl named Alana, but I thought her name was Atlanta. So for the first like month, I was calling her Atlanta. Yeah, true story. I wish it wasn't, but it is. Oh well. Sponge paint. Yeah, I like there's different techniques as far as like, you know, doing the brickwork. I'm already not a fan of doing brickwork. Then I have to learn a new skill. Sponge work. I'm not sponge worthy yet, unfortunately. I gotta work on my brush skills first, and then I'll try sponging. Okay, so yeah, it definitely needs a second coat. I use a brush. Now, when I first read that, I thought he was talking about like a toothbrush. It must be early still, because I'm like super tired. That's what work will do to you. You're up late working. You're early to drive wife to work. And then you have to do a live where you're trying to interpret everything. Hey, James. Welcome. James is ready for next weekend, right, James? We're doing the group build next weekend. Does everybody know about the group build? If I say, does everybody know about the group build? Hopefully somebody will say, no, I don't know anything about this group build. Chris, what are you talking about? Twixt, I will reply, we are doing a group build, and that starts next Sunday here on the channel. We all build the same kit, but you're going to see different variations of how this kit will be done. And then you'll see something like, well, how do I get involved? How do I become part of that? Does it cost money? Do I have to high five somebody? Like, what do I do to become part of that? Well, it's very simple. High fives are always welcome, by the way. But yeah, no, if you go and get the kit, you can join us. Now, I can only take, 10 people? 10 people live? Not everybody likes to be on camera, which is fine. But you're welcome to get it and work along with us when we're all working away. But the specific kit, right? It is a nice color. It's, I changed it a little bit. It was chocolate, and then I added a bit of white to lighten it up. It's like a Mississippi mud now. I want to be that guy that names colors. Because it's like, how do you know that Mississippi mud is this color? That's outrageous. But yeah, the kit that we're going to be working on next week, well, we're going to start next week and we're going to go right through the month of May, is the Walther's Cornerstone 130-foot 2-bay engine shed. It's a brick building. You've got your main 2 stalls, and then you've got this little side office as well. It's a relatively new kit that just came out, so great option as far as, let's show off a brand new kit. And then on top of that, it's available in both HO and N scale. So the only people that are missing out are the G scalers and O scalers. So there's that as well. There, I did the little brick. It's a little brick. I know it looks like a window still, but oh man, shades of off. Like I said, if I could have a job where I just name colors, that would be swell. I would not mind that job. Now I'm going to go back over this just to get, because I did have tape on here, but I want to get even closer here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I just needed to darken that little area up, and I went right up that. So that's cool. All right. So that's kind of what it looks like there. I know it's not much to look at yet, but I just got to do the back of it, which there's a lot more to this because there's so many windows. Now again, the back of this doesn't matter too much in a sense where you'll never see the back of this building. However, if I was to ever reuse the building, and let's say you would see the back, I want to make sure that I can use this again if it was, let's say, turned around. So I'm still trying to make the back of it look decent, but it's not going to be complete. And if in the future, if I need to use it and it'll be back facing forward for whatever reason, then I can just do the extra detail on the back. Gainth. I'll definitely need to do 2 coats on the back of this as well. Oh, chop saw. That's what I'm see. I'm just going through the windows here, just trying to get as much of this covered in the brown paint as possible. There's even a little bay door here at the back. Well, is it a bay door? I don't know. It's a double door. It's like a receiving door. So might be something that will get a larger shipment of some sort, something that requires there to be a double door opposed to there just being one door. So you can always take that into consideration. They would need to be able to sell something that wouldn't fit through a normal size door. They would need 2 doors propped open. Or maybe just a larger shipment in general where they can receive their stuff on a skid. Kind of like Otter Valley. They receive stuff on skids now. I think whenever the Rapido order shows up, it's on a skid. All right, Mark. Feel better? Mark Quell? You have yourself a good week, Mark. We'll see you next week. Oh, the Walters passenger stations are really nice. Are you building the low one, the brick one? Because I did that one. It's really nice. Yeah. Got to add those lights though. Bring it to life. It wasn't too bad of a kit. Suburban station. Okay. I have that one as well, but I don't have it on this layout. That kit's really nice because the station itself. Now, Glenn, you're in Toronto, right, or GTA area? Because Ajax Station in Ajax, obviously, has the exact same kind of look as that kit, and they've got it's like the bluish kind of metal roof. And that's what I had tried to replicate at one point, but they have like 3 or 4, and I don't have the space for like 3 or 4 of that one kit. But it's still a very decent kit, despite the fact that it's literally just a remake of the gas station, because they have the gas station kit that Walthers does is the exact same kit. They just repurposed it, which I wasn't a fan of them doing that because it takes away from that. But what can you do? Also, September 16th. Who's going to the Otter Valley Manufacturer pop-up event? Because it sounds like it's going to be a good time. So I hope to see everybody there. I'll be there. You should come by and say hi. Hopefully you stay for the whole thing this time. Because I think when we did our last YouTube meetup, you were there in the morning, like when I think you beat us all there. And then you were leaving right after. And I'm like, why isn't Brian staying? Brian with a Y. I think that's when you were picking up all your barrel ore cars. Hey Bradley, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Actually, I'm in Montreal. My railroad to be based on the GTA, though. I thought that it looked like the Ajax Go Station, which is why I bought it. Same train of thought, right? It's yeah. I drive by there. Well, whenever I go to Toronto, I drive by there all the time because it's obviously just off the highway. And I really like the elevated station that they have there. It's not really elevated, but it's much higher than the highway, so it gives the effect that it's elevated. And the fact that you can go to the whatchamacallit, like there's that whole parking garage there with the wire on the front. I guess it's just like safety wire, and it's green to match Go, which I think personally is really cool. I thought I was gonna. I think, who is it? Is it Bachman? I think Bachman makes a parking garage, like an above ground parking garage, and it's a backdrop building. And I was going to get a couple of those and try to replicate that, and then take like brass wire or something and put it over it, and obviously paint it green so that it would almost look identical to that. Mind you, it wouldn't look identical, but it would be one of those things where you look at it just like the station and you say, oh, I know that. That looks familiar. And that would be what I would shoot for. But yeah, those are hard to find. At least I think they are. I don't see them too often. I think you have to get those at like a train show or something, which I don't go too often enough. All right, Tim, you have yourself a good one. Tim with the silent Q. So that's neat. Yeah, I really like that brown. It doesn't stand out or anything, but it does what it's supposed to. So that's good. Just going to give it a minute so that I can do a second coat somewhat on the back here. Thanks, Bradley. If you guys missed my Thursday show, Thursday night, I did a Third Rail Thursday. It was actually Mark's night, but he has been under the weather. I actually put together my entire ethanol, just the fermentation tanks and the processing center. So I glued it to a giant foam board and I added all the little detail parts and stuff. If you missed that, go check it out. That was the Thursday night. Because last week, I think it was last week, I weathered it. No, that was Wednesday. Wednesday, I had weathered most of that kit. Just trying to get a lot of these random jobs done because, you know, there's so much to do. And now that I'm starting to do more on the top level of my layout, I have so many things, so many more things to do. So I'm just trying to knock a bunch of these off the list just to be able to finish things, right? I did. Yes. This is grip tape. I think I have some here. Yeah. It's usually on a bigger roll, bigger than this, because I obviously had to cut things off. Do I have more? It's been a minute since I've been to a skate shop to go and get more. That's probably all I have left. And that's probably why I haven't done any of these roof pieces yet. Although, I could probably do this. Yeah, maybe. Well, this one for sure. This one I could... might have to do that. Yeah, I'll do those in a minute. Yeah, so you get a big strip. It's, 3 feet long by a foot wide, 12 inches wide, 10 or 12 inches wide. And it's black and it's shiny like that, right? Almost looks like tar paper. And it's adhesive. So, like a sticker, you peel the backing off and that's super sticky. And then once you put it on, whatever it is, the plastic, it would have to go on the top part here. But when you put it on, you just take your knife and you cut like this, and it cuts decently. But yeah. They do make it in other colors, but nothing that is, for models. Hot pink, clear, blue, the fun colors, right? Keeping in mind it's for a skateboard, right? So, It'll be all the fun, bright colors. There's some that have pictures on them. So I just get the plain black, and then you can weather that. Just don't use your good brush on top of it because it is sandpaper and it'll ruin whatever, right? Even your knives, like I go through knives or blades, cutting this stuff out. So make sure that you're your best on it. It sticks, it stays, it weathers okay. And I haven't weathered it or anything here, but and I think for that sheet it's like $9, and you can get either a lot of small buildings done or a couple of big buildings. Like I don't go through it all that much. But whenever you look at any of my buildings, they usually will have that on the top. Oh, that's not bad, Al. Is that an Amazon thing? Can you get that on Amazon? I just, you see, I have like a whole bucket of these. I get these at the dollar store. You get two for, was it $3 or something like that? And I don't go through them all that much, but at the same time, depending on what I'm doing, they're great for cutting foam for like, the first week. And they're also like, I'll have some that are good for, shaving off some of the plastic when I'm doing kits. Cutting foam or whatever, cork. I always have some on hand. So when I did my little setup here, I made sure to grab some, like a few packs, and then I just filled up my little container there so that I go work through them, and then I throw them out as they become dull or broken. And it serves me well. Yeah, with the size of it, Brad, probably. You don't need a lot, but it's always good to have extra, just in case. The funny thing is that when you look at, there's a type of road. I don't know who makes it. I don't know if it's Faller or some other company. Knock? Might be Knock. And it's a road, and it comes in a roll. It almost has the same look, where it's black, and then it has like little sparkles to it, like the way that the light hits it. And then there's the line down the road, and then because it's a 2-lane thing, it almost looks the same. But this here is physically like you could sand, right? You could sand something down on that. All right. Maybe a bit more on the side, but that's the back. So just to kind of show you, I am doing stuff. Very cool. Uh, no brown or tan, but I'll tell you what. Um, the cool thing is that if you have a strip of this, right? If you've got a big sheet, just pick out a color of uh, spray paint. And given the culture for skateboarding and what we used to all do, especially in my youth, because I used to skateboard, we would take paint markers or spray paint, and we would do a design or a picture with spray paint and whatnot, let it dry, and then we would take it, peel it, put it on the board, and then cut it out. So graffiti itself, being in different ways, there's different surfaces that you can put it on. So it's totally safe to spray paint this whatever color you want it to be, or use a paint marker. Mind you, the paint marker is going to wear, like that tip is gone by the time you're done drawing on this. But you can spray paint it whatever color and then do anything else over top. And then just use cut it out like you normally would and paste it on the piece of plastic. And then you get the exact same look, just it's a different color. So you don't have to necessarily keep it this black color, the black with the shiny, right? You can do whatever color on there. I just prefer the black because it looks like almost like tarmac or whatever that tar stuff that they put on there is. I think it's tarmac. Some type of tar. That stuff smells terrible. Same thing when they like pave a road. Ugh. Textured spray paint is also really good for that. Because you can get the stuff that looks like stone or other. But yeah. Because you could technically take a sand, a very, thin sand. So spray paint the plastic black so that it would look almost like this. I mean, that's the color plastic it comes in, right? But let's say you spray paint this black. You put some white glue on here. You put some actual sand on there, right? Let it dry. Then you can spray paint over that, and it'll give you that rough texture with sand, and then it'll be whatever color you want it to be. Now, is that cheaper than doing this? I don't know. I've never dealt with a sand dealer before, so I don't know how much sand is going for these days. But for me, going into a store saying, "Here's $10, give me a piece of grip tape, bring it home, stick it on, cut it out." It's it's way less steps than doing the sand and the painting and all that stuff. That's just me, though. I'm not too particular about the roof of my buildings. Hey, Sparky, how's it going? Yeah, the N scale fine ballast would also work. You just I think you gotta paint that stuff as well, right? Because that comes in like the gray. I've never really looked into N scale ballast before, but Okay, there we go. I had to do a bit of a darker or a second coat near the bottom here because it was very very light. Should I just do up here at the edge as well? Okay, and I'll just touch that up. There we go. Sometimes it does take two do-overs here just to kind of make sure that it is good. Two coats. So this is something that I'll probably be still working on throughout the week and whatnot, and trying to get finished because there's so much on the go. Like I said, next Sunday we're the group build, and I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully, you guys still come and watch. I know it's not everyone will be able to join, but we'll be doing more in the future. I think it's really fun, and there's always a good time. And yeah, James, you got your kit, right? I think James has his kit. He's ready to go. Oh, Sparky, you went to the Woodstock train show. Is it decent? Is it a fair size? Is it back at where it should be? You know, given the last several years. Wasn't sure if it was worth the drive out there. I mean, obviously, if that doesn't pan out, you just go to OVR, right? It's like 30 minutes north of. Oh no, sorry, Woodstock. 30 minutes south. Yeah. So let's see what we have here. What can I do? I'd love to be able to put like a full piece on here, but I know that won't work. So let's do it like this. Okay, so I'm just going to cut out a small piece here so that I can try to get as much done and use as much of this as I can. So that none of this goes to waste. So this has this little weird corner here where it comes out like this. And then connects right about here. There we go. Yeah, because you got this lip that sticks up here. So that's pretty cool. Made that fit, and I can just paste that on there, I guess. And there you go. I cut it out. I cut out the little notching for the roof part there, and peeled off the back, which is here, and it's stuck to the top now. That's it. That's all you do for this. Oh, I'm gonna trim this just a little bit, just because it does stick up a little bit, but that wasn't too bad. And then this will go in here, right like that. Just like that. Now I do have that top piece that goes on here. I'll put it on there, but I have to paint it and whatnot still, and then I can just glue it on there. The big section here. I think I'll do the little one first, or should I do the big one? I'm just going to take this whole piece off of here because I need to trim that in a very specific way. And I want to put that right up against there. Okay, there we go. So there's the second roof piece there. I know you can kind of see a line there where I joined the two together, but once you weather it, it'll, like, if you look at it like that, you can't even really see it, right? If you look close enough, yeah, you can kind of see a seam, but sounds like I'm playing the drums. No, I was fiddling with the plastic piece here, and I was overly concentrating. That's why there was no sound. Yeah. Me in a nutshell there. Okay, so that's that. I still need, obviously, one more piece for there, so looks like I'll be taking a trip to the skateboard shop because I think I have a few more buildings that I need to do. Do I? Yes, probably. Well, it's always good to have extra, unless I find more. But yeah, so that's this kit here. I did that graffiti stuff there on the side, and I gotta do a bit more weathering there as well. And that's the alley that actually goes in between, and it's like probably like that much of a distance. Like I said, you're probably gonna see, whoop, go that way. You'll probably see stuff going on down the alley, but at the same time, you won't, because they're like, you could probably fit like a small vehicle down there, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up putting like garbage cans and stuff like that down the middle. All right, Steve, you have yourself a good one. Putting on decals. Dull coat. Yep, absolutely. You always want to do the dull coat on there to seal it in. Yeah, so there you go. I know I've been working on this kit for a while now, but there's a lot of little things with it, like all the little window frames and ledges and stuff like that. I could probably do more, but again, this is like the back of the building here, so you don't really see too much of that. And I still want to weather a bit more to it. And then the interior and add lights and stuff like that. But you'll probably see it better when it's done, I guess. I don't know. I'll do an episode where I do all the interiors, and then that way you can see how I do that. But I'm wondering if I should do it like just pure custom, custom interior, or if I should do the whole roomettes thing. Everybody's been asking about roomettes, so maybe I should give it a try, see what the roomette craze is like, and see how we can really incorporate that into these kits. But it's 1:30. Went for about an hour and at least an hour and a half there, a little over an hour and a half. But we were able to get this painted. I got the decals done on there, and reminding everybody about next week. Next week being the new group build. Oh, tired. Such a week. I got my roof material from Amazon. Huh. I didn't know they, well, I mean, Amazon literally has everything, so I'm not surprised, but I didn't know they had roof material. But yeah. Well, I had fun today. I know, again, wasn't a long one, but, and I didn't bring anybody up today. I just wanted to get this done quickly and then, move on with my day. I still have to work in a few hours, so I've got some stuff to do before then. But Monday, James, are we on your channel this Monday, or are we over on Mike's channel? I'm pretty sure we're on your channel. I think it's your week tomorrow night. Let me know, or let us know in the comments. But if you don't already subscribe, go subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know every time someone goes live. I'll be back here on Thursday night for GVO After Dark. This month there is no keeping track. So regular time, 8 o'clock. We'll be back next month with a keeping track for you guys. Also coming up real soon in early May will be the next layout update video. I've been working on some stuff on the layout. I can't wait to show you guys. And you'll also see the placement of a lot of these buildings and kits, all the things that light up already and whatnot, and all the things that I've been working on for the last 2 months throughout the layout. So I'm really excited to get the top part done. I do have some more stuff that's on the way from the Otter, including, switches and cork and whatnot, so that I can get more of the top level done. Because the main line's done. I have to correct some of it, but I have to move and remove some stuff. It's a whole rigmarole. But it shouldn't be too bad. And we've got to add that ethanol plant to the top. I still have a few more kits from the ethanol series that I do have to, weather, add detail parts. Some of them I do want to attach to a base, like I did the processing center with the fermentation tanks. So I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of that over the next several months, along with every Sunday for the month of May, starting next week, which is the 30th of April. I know, weird, right? I didn't want to wait till the 7th of April to start. So we'll start next week. We're going to work on the 2-stall, 130-foot Walther's Cornerstone, something or other. If you guys need the SKU for that, if you're really not sure which one I was referring to, reach out, let me know, drop a message in the comment section, say, Chris, which one is it? And I'll send you a link, or I'll post a link in the chat there to, or the comments, so that you know exactly which one to look for. No one left behind. So we'll see you next week for the group build. And I want to thank everybody for watching today. Have yourself a great week. We'll see you tomorrow night and Thursday night.